Ignore my messy. That just freaked me out. Okay, let me quickly get into a quick story. So, my vanity, I was looking at it and it's angled so I can see into my like desk area, which the back part of it, I have two dresses hanging up. They're not really my style, and I never really wear them because they're not Siwa or Squad. And so, like, that's kind of like my main thing. So, but I was looking, I can see them in the vanity mirror, and, well, I can see one of them, the other one's behind. And the tag, like, because this room, like, I don't really know. I think, like, maybe a little bit of, like, air came into this room or something, and it, like, made the tag kind of move, and it freaked me out for a second, because I, like, just kind of slightly saw it out the corner of my eye. But make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notification. I want to kind of, like, chat with you about what really goes into this. Like, I had the idea for this because I feel like there's a lot that goes into this that you don't always realize. And what I mean by that is, for me, like, sometimes, or at least I know this has happened for me, I don't know about for everyone, but, like, sometimes I'll, like, watch someone on social media, like, for an example, Elion Wamsley or one of the other squad members, and it looks so easy. Like, even with, like, JoJo, like, or XOG Pop, like, I'll, like, watch them or something, and it looks so easy. Ignore the fact I have the hiccups. Correct. I'm sorry, I just have the hiccups, and I'm trying to, like, hold my breath for a sec to, like, see if that would stop. But, like, I'll, like, watch someone, and it looks so easy, and it generally, since I do this, I know that, like, in a way, it's easy and hard. Like, I mean, there are parts about it that are really easy and fun, and then there are parts of it that are a little bit harder, but nothing, like, scares me or anything about it. Like, it's just kind of like, with everything, there's the good and the bad. Like, there's always that, like, little bit of bad and then a lot of good in this case. So, like, one thing that I would say is not, like, I want to, like, really bring that to you and let you, like, kind of understand that a little bit more. First, and this is something that, actually, a question that a family member, or something that a family member said a really long time ago. They're probably watching this, I don't know. Literally said something one time, and it's, like, a good something. And that kind of, like, clicked in my brain that, like, not every, like, I handle it so different than some people, and then I realized I never thought about one thing that goes into this, that, like, most people are, like, terrified, and I, like, literally never think about, which, that they said that they could never have the confidence that I do to do this, and I'm like, confidence has never, in a way, it's never been something I really thought about. Like, it's always been something that, like, it used to not be the greatest. Now, it's like no second thoughts of it. And what I mean is, I never been unconfident, but there was a time period, and from, like, I don't even remember when it started. I just think I kind of know around when it ended, but, like, I don't remember when it started. And where there was no question and confidence, but singing or, like, doing anything like this was, like, my worst. Like, not really a fear or anything, it was just something that, it was literally just something that was there. Like, it was there, and, like, I never wanted to do. It was, like, in a way, I would say kind of a fear, but, like, not, like, a terrifying, like, a fear that was put there for a reason. It literally... Hey, Sam. Yes, in a little bit we'll try to call Bella. Yeah, I know, you like Bella. Sorry, Sam wanted to join in this fun, apparently. Yeah, you got your purple vest on. But, like, it was something that, like, I just couldn't do. And it wasn't really, like, a fear caused by something. I don't know. It was never caused by anything. It had nothing to do with it. I love you, baby. He's like, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be happy. Oh, my baby. Yeah, you have a wet chin. Because you were drinking water before you came back here. Well, we kind of got this as a problem now, but, like, it was something that, like, that's okay, because it's baby Sam. So, like, it was something that it was kind of a fear, but it was never a fear that was caused by something, is what I'm trying to say. Like, it was something that I never liked doing, and it kind of caused a fear because I didn't. Like, literally, I would freak out over, like, things, and I wouldn't, like, show it is the thing. Like, I was, like, the person that, like, at music class, I was, like, the really shy one, and so whenever I had an emotion, I wouldn't show it, and I did such a good job at, like, hiding, like, my fear, but apparently I did not do good enough, because every single time, my crush would always see straight through it. Partly because I was, like, the shy one that, like, was in the corner, or wanted no one to talk to me, like, wanted nothing to do with anyone other than my crush. And, oh, you just gonna go to sleep now? Okay. But, like, that, like, and so what I would do whenever I, like, didn't want to sing or something, and the, like, teacher would always, like, ask us, like, kind of, like, individual, like, not in front of the large group situation, and, like, she would kind of just pull us aside one by one and, like, ask us if we wanted to. The only time that she did not do that, and she kind of had a good reasoning, which was that she knew, and, like, it was just me and my crush that day, like, and so she kind of, like, knew that I was gonna be a little more open in front of him, like, and not as shy. Like, it was one of those things that, like, I remember my first music class, I'm gonna tell, like, that was something that, like, I was extremely shy, and kind of in a way, in that moment, I wanted out of it, but then afterwards, it was, like, I'm glad, like, literally, by the way, no one ever forced me to go to music class. It was the thing that my mom and my dad thought would be a good idea for me to try. Just try once. Didn't like it. I could never had to do it again. And so, like, but actually at my first music class, I actually made a friend, kind of. And then, like, that just kind of made going, like, easier for me. Because it was, like, I had one, like, friend. And the best part was that we always got to do everything together because we were both the, like, small ones in the class. Like, meaning, like, because sometimes they would do, like, a thing where we would sit in, like, the middle of, like, a parachute. And they would, like, wrap it around us and then, like, spin it. And we could choose fast or slow. And literally, because of the fact that we were both so small, we always got to go together, and so it was like more fun. Okay, Sam does not want to move, and he is happy, so we're just leaving him. And that can make it hard when I'm done filming, because then he's not gonna want to move, and then I'm gonna be done filming, and But anyways, so one time, the teacher was a little more open, and basically said, but every single time, I don't know what it was. I don't know how he always figured it out or found out, because the teacher never would announce it, we chose not to do it, it was, something, and, and every single time, he wouldn't even be, I'm 6 feet from us, he wouldn't even be, within 6 feet, he would be on, I'm very far away to where, me being shy, I still whispered, or was very quiet and shy, and so, I would hide emotions, all emotions, and that was just me. Other than my crush. Then, if it was, in front of my crush, then I kind of wouldn't hide emotions as much. But even that didn't happen right away. That was something that still took time. And I'm trying to, sit up straight, but I can't, so I have to, kind of lean, because he's laying right up against my shoulder, up against that side. Sam, I love you, but can you please let me sit up straight? Okay, thank you for moving. That made it a lot easier for me. Yes, you can lay there. So, anyways, wow. I forget how cold this room is when he's laying on me. It's like having a blanket on, because it's nice when he lays on me. Because it never happens. Sam is the type that he loves me, but he kind of knows that, if he lays on me, I'm usually trying to pet him, or I'm trying to give him a kiss, or something, or, show him some form of love. And he's like, no, I just want to lay. That's so, let me move you guys so you can... Okay. Is this gonna work? I don't know. Okay. It's not the greatest, but we're just gonna work with it. Sam takes over the bed, he rolls it, and that's probably something not good. Don't worry, I'm wearing, shorts. It's just this jacket is, very big on me, but we got it, oversized. That's the thing that I love, is that because of the fact that I'm short, or, my clothes now that I have, it's gonna forever fit me. Meaning I never grow out of squad and Siwa clothes. I'm forever just gonna be able to wear my Siwa clothes, which is, really exciting because of something that when I was little, we never knew exactly. And, we always kind of knew I would be short, but we didn't know an exact size or anything. And that was something that I always dreaded. Sam. I never wanted to grow out of, Siwa clothes. And now, yeah, that just works how it works out good. But, anyway, that's something that, somehow every single time, my crush would somehow figure it out. And I kind of, in a way, one day I'm gonna have, if I ever find him, I'm gonna have to ask him that. I'm gonna, generally have to ask him about that, because every single time he would, figure it out, and how I know he would always figure it out is because instantly, every single time, I would like say no, and he was always like kind of with a couple other kids, and no one else brought it up ever. And then he would come up to me afterward and be like, I heard you're not singing, and I'm like, like very shy, very quiet, awkward, like not really awkward, just like me being shy and quiet and like kind of knowing what was next, other than the first time. I had no clue the first time, like what was gonna happen next, and he's like, come on, you're really good at it, do it for me, he would like just start like talking about it and like trying to switch it to a yes, and I'm like, first up, how did you figure this out? Because you're like on the other side of the room. Like, I get it's not like a giant room, but it's a good sized room. And also, like, considering it was bigger than my bedroom, like, it was a good sized room. Also, like, I was very quiet about it and very shy about it. And also, the teacher never, like, said it in front of, like, she never announced it or anything. She never, or, like, said, well, Lolly's not singing today. And, like, that was never, like, a thing that, like, and it was so quiet that, like, the teacher barely could hear. And she was, like, not even 4 feet away. Like, she was maybe a foot away, foot and a half. So, like, I never knew how he could figure it out. And, like, that's something I'll have to ask him one day. But, like, I look at it now, and, like, what I do, like, isn't easy. There's a lot that goes into it. Like, constantly coming up with content, constantly figuring out a posting schedule, because part of me knows I need like a day off every once in a while. I'm like not filming a YouTube video. But then a big part of me loves it so much that it's like, I love it so much that like when I don't have to film on a certain day, or I tell myself I'm not going to film on a certain, that day just seems forever, and it like makes me miss filming so much. And then just constantly like I'm figuring out, like having that like slight fear of like I don't have this fear, but also at the same time I have like a different version that's not really fear, which is that like you're always hoping that like your viewers, your followers, your subscribers like it, like are enjoying what you're posting. I don't have a fear of that. Like, yes, that is something that is a thought of mine. Like, oh, I want you guys to like the content. But I never, like, have a fear of it. I never get, like, annoyed if you guys don't like it. Like, I mean, like, obviously I want you to enjoy it. But it's not something that I freak myself out about and you don't like, like, I just figure it out. Like, that's something. But also, like, training to be a pop star, there's long hours of dance. There's constantly trying to, like, go full out even when you're tired. Like, that's something that I try to do. I'm the one that I do not like marking a dance. And this is, like, something that I don't like doing. And they make us do it in dance sometimes. Well, they actually kind of don't make us do it. It's just that if I don't do it when they're like marking the dance, then it puts me behind. And what that is, marking the dance is like walking through it. It's like I'm kind of just saying out loud like what comes next in the dance without actually doing the moves. And occasionally, like, oh, like, if there's a single turn in one spot, you might, like, do the turn. But then you'll, like, kind of talk through and, like, use your hands and stuff to, like, figure out what goes where at one point in the dance. So, like, see? Okay. But anyways, like, there's kind of that. But I'm the type where I love doing it full out. Like, I just enjoy doing it full out 1,000 times more than marking it. But sometimes, like, Gianna will, like, mark a dance. Or, like, we'll kind of learn, like, a section of, like, the dance, like, the beginning section. And then... And so, like, that's something that, like, I will, like, learn, like, the beginning, like, maybe the first, like, we'll say, like, the first 12 counts of a dance. Then, and, and for those who don't know what counts are, it's, like, I count, it's a counting to 12, basically, like, the first, like, 12 counts of a dance is, like, counting to 12, and it's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But usually it's like dance. Like it's like dance counting, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's more of like something to it. So like that's something that like I is something interesting. Like that's a thing, and so like I do then we'll like learn the first 12 counts, and then we'll mark it. Like she'll literally like say, okay, now we're gonna mark it, and then I get so annoyed because I do not like marking it. I like going full out, full energy every single time, and if you can't do that, then you need to figure something out. Like it's fine if you like can't do it, but like you should at least try. Like give it a good try first is what I'm saying. And so it's not like instantly like you need to figure something out. It's that you should give it a good try before you just like say I can't. Because like Abby says, she doesn't do I can't. And she understands if it's something that you like physically like don't have the flexibility for or something, but she doesn't use it as I can. Like you never use the word I can't. You don't say anything and you just work on it. Like that's the situation. But like a lot goes into this. Like there's constantly like as I kind of been through this like in the video, but I want to like kind of make the like not everything about it is easy, but it is definitely worth it in my opinion. I love it. I wouldn't be here without my crush pushing me all the time. Like, and he never like laid a hand on me like negatively. Like, yes, he has laid a hand on me, not negatively or inappropriate. It's just like, oh, like sometimes we would get partnered for like partner dances, and then we would have to like do the like partner dance and like the hand movements and like the hand holding, like that situation. But like I and occasionally only that actually I'm now thinking back on it and I realize they kind of happened and more often than I thought it did in the moments that like he would like try to hold my hand walking like out to the waiting room or something. And I'm shocked no one ever said anything about it. Like I'm very shocked about it. And I'm thinking about now and I'm so confused on it. I'm like, wait, is he doing this just because we're like really good friends, or is he doing this like because he likes me? Like, I want it to be he likes me, but I don't know. Is he doing it just to be nice? Like, or if we're just like friends, but like not that good friends. Like, I don't really know. I always just took it as like I had a crush on him. I still have a crush on him. But far that we both knew, good friends. but like me secretly, like not so secretly now that like it's out there and stuff, me secretly, but not secretly wanting to be more than friends. I have like no clue. Like it's one of those things where like it used to be very like secretive, but now it's not because pretty much everyone in my family knows, and also it's out there on social media, so like there's that. Like, so it's one of those, like, things that, like, we never really knew. I remember, I remember one thing. I haven't told this story before. So, basically, we had, like, so in the music class room, we had, which, by the way, music class was just, it wasn't really, like, entirely a music class. It was, like, a hang out, have fun, do a couple activities, one of which involved instruments and one involved usually some form of like dancing or something. And then a bunch of other random fun activities. I look back on it and I'm like, I never understood why it was called music class. Cause it was like, cause when I think music class, I think like learning to play instruments and stuff. And yes, we did work with some instruments. I actually learned a little bit on the guitar. I to this day know the same amount on the guitar. I learned some like basic chords and things. But so like it was one of those things that like I never really like it was, but the story is that we had like this they had this like kid pool, like this like basically it was one of those like cheap plastic pools filled with like ball pit balls, and they like moved like so every time we would do music class, since the room got used for like more than just music class, and they had other things that we would like move out of the way or something. So we basically moved it outside, and I was helping the music class teacher move it outside, and she found like a painted rock, and I got to keep it, but I actually didn't keep it because I had it, and then everyone, like a couple people, including my crush, got kind of jealous, and I literally was thinking, like, I'm gonna give this to him because as he really likes it, he's excited over it. I don't really care for it too much because it has a cat on it. I'm not a cat person. And I'm not really an animal person, to be fair. It seems like I'm I do somewhat okay with dogs, but I'm not really an animal person. But anyways, I like realized I would have a lot of explaining to do if like I gave it to him, because then else would get mad, and because no one really knew other than the music class teacher, and even that, I don't know if she fully knew. I don't know if she thought, oh, good friends, because I did lie to her and tell her good friends. One, do not lie. I explained the story multiple times, so I'm not even gonna explain it now. And so I actually, like, later, me and my family went to a restaurant, and I put it at the restaurant, and yeah, so, like, but I'm gonna say peace out for now.